Get your drinks ready, cause woo, baby, next episode coming up on Drinks and Drama. Check this out.
Good evening. What you like to have today?
Could I get a double of Drinks and Drama?
I'll drink to
Extras.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
We are back. We are back. We are back. Happy New Year. All that good stuff.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Or is it New Year's?
New Year's. Yes, please, y'all. Take the S.
Yes. Drop
off,
the S.
please.
It's only 1 year. New Year.
Right. It's New Year.
But you know what? Some people might be wanting to do it in advance for next year.
For 25.
Next.
Happy New Year's.
Years.
Oh, that. Woo! That annoys the hell out of me. Happy New Year's.
Oh, that's like, you know what another pet peeve is?
What?
When people spell "you're welcome" wrong. Can we learn our yours, please?
Please.
Please.
Please. Can we learn it? Can we learn it?
You are welcome. So
welcome.
if you say you're welcome, you're gonna hyphen and then put the R.
Yes.
But we're not gonna do that.
You are welcome, not your.
Not
your welcome. You are welcome.
You are welcome. But thank y'all for joining us.
Yes, thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah,
so before we get started, we want to wish Just How a happy belated birthday. Hey, yes.
Thank you.
Turning 25 again. Plus a couple more numbers.
You know what? That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing today.
But yeah, y'all make sure, please, like, subscribe, and wish Just How a happy birthday in the comments below. It's always a good time whenever you can see another year. So yes, happy birthday to the Shade King. The Shade King.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. But let's get into
business.
Yes,
let's get into it.
And you know, that happened to be my birthday, but you know, the new
episode. Yes, they did drop on your birthday.
Yeah, that was a nice gift.
Yes, right? All the Queen's men, our good sis Eva Marcel is back, reprising her role as Madam, and she is still proving that she is not that bitch to be fucked with. Like, for real. She just most definitely is not.
Yeah. So we are back. It's still season 3. You know, they take a little break. This is the mid. You know, they do the mid-season.
Yes. Where they give
sleep,
us where they give us.
They gotta get their little beauty rest.
Yes, they have to, because you think about it. Actors' schedules are very rigorous. Like, we really don't know how long they have to study their lines, and you know what I'm saying, and then. And
they got to do them sex scenes, so you got to put a lot into, you know, you got to put your back into.
It's a lot going on that way. So yeah, you know, it's always good to have them back. So we already know that the mid-season finale ended with all that drama inside of what was that, Blue's apartment with Fernando, remember? So we opened up bullets spraying, niggas ducking, dodging, trying not to get hit. You got Blue and Tommy getting Madam out of the way, and they firing.
Oh, Tommy snatched Madam real quick. Okay.
Tommy, because what Tommy is not gonna do, he not gonna let his boo get hit.
Okay.
No matter how much she dogs the dog snot out of him, and he is so loyal.
He is
loyal to a fault.
But
that's a ride or die, right? Tommy, but now I'm really interested in wanting to try Tommy's cookies. Tommy, can we get your recipe?
What's in them cookies?
Right. We will not be eating Tommy's cookies up here, like
y'all might have to, you know, eat them. Eat them
off camera, and then come on, like, hey guys, what's going on? How you doing? So anyway, we already know bullets spraying. They get Madam out of there. They get out of the apartment. They make it to safety, and then Madam.
But they let them know. Yeah, they let Madam know that they got her father.
Yeah, we already right. And then remember, they go down to, I don't know if it's like a basement area, but remember that's where they supposedly saw a body, and Madam believed that body to be her dad.
Yeah. Well, that's opening.
So then, of course, right, all hell breaks loose. Madam is just beside herself because her father is, that's her guy, that's her best friend, that's her dude. That is the person that instilled those values in her, that gave her, that taught her about the hard knock life, the hustle, the
everything,
game.
Gangster, all that.
Yeah, he taught her all of that. So
he was. We didn't see it face on it, but he had on his pajamas or whatever. And Madam did the Wendy Williams. She was like, she was about to fraud.
Listen, I mean, understandably so, because we've never seen Madam cry or feel a certain kind of way. But when it comes to that man, when it comes to her dad, that's her soft spot. Mm-hmm. And they already know. So Madam is beside herself. They take her back to the club. Tommy, they tell Tommy, make sure you clean him. Get them cleaned up, take them over to the funeral home. Because somebody owe her. Somebody always owes Madam a damn. They owe me Mr. Tyrone or Mr. Tyrell, Mr. NyQuil, whoever owes me a favor. So don't even ask. You come in, you tell them what you need, and blah, 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 blah. So as they're sitting at the bar, Blue is trying to console Madam, trying to make her feel better. And, Madam's really not trying to hear that. She don't want to hear that. And
but Blue was like, but that's not what your dad.
Remember, she said Blue. Yeah, he did not. He didn't. He won't remember anything. And then what does Madam reveal? Madam revealed that her father never had Alzheimer's.
She was like, no.
And Blue was
no dementia, no Alzheimer's.
There's no Alzheimer's, no dementia. That dad was.
He was getting head from the nurse.
Listen, right? Dad's a straight just PIMP, okay? And so Blue was very surprised to find that, Madam's dad did not have dementia.
So that makes it worse because now, like, Blue understands, why Madam's
why
really
she's beside herself.
Yeah.
And Madam revealed that she talked to her father just about every day.
Every day, almost every day, yeah.
And that she checked in on them, and that they,
he checked out.
No, he checked out, or so we think.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
Or so we think.
We don't know.
But see, I'm telling you, the conspiracy theorist
you never know.
in me was already kind of thinking
He's too gangster.
Exactly. Right.
We don't know, but we'll see on the next episode. So we don't know.
Right. So, but I know the conspiracy theorist in me, I'm like, I don't really believe it, but okay. If Madam, this is what, she sees a body, she's automatically thinking it's her dad. And then the last conversation she had with Fernando, he was like, I have your father. Again, Fernando is probably the corniest of villains we have ever been introduced to. Like, there is nothing about him that is giving me sinister, that is giving me scary, that is giving me...
Where's Casanova? I mean, not Casanova. Where's
Concierge. Right. Yeah, we don't know where Concierge is. So anyway, so we find out that Blue is trying to console Madam, and Madam is just, beside herself. Yeah. So...
She gotta go,
right,
get
she gotta get herself together. And so there are other rumblings inside the club that have stemmed to Miss Tandy's house.
So then they go to Miss Tandy's house. Y'all know about Miss Tandy, right?
Miss Tandy is a little freak nasty. Miss Dungeon and Dragons. With her little freak nasty husband who is in the running to become Atlanta's next mayor. Yeah. And then we find out, we already saw how that scene ended. Yeah, where Rayshawn was beating the dog snot out of him. Right. And then we find Trouble.
Bloody.
Right. So he's bloody, and then we go to Trouble, and I can't. What is the other junior dancer's name? I can't remember his name.
I can't remember at this moment because he's not relevant.
Yeah, he's really not relevant. So
we'll call him Junior Dancer.
Junior Dancer.
Yo,
so
if you
Trouble,
know his name,
right? Comment below. So Trouble, Junior Dancer. They got Miss Tandy in the closet. They got her little safe open, and Trouble's eyes get big because she's like, "Come here, look at this, nigga. Look at they got this. Right." So they got the suitcase, and Trouble is just.
She's like, "Oh, I can't fit all that. I can't fit.
Right, I can't fit all the money in there, but she making it fit." And Miss Tandy is just screaming like, "I've never seen Miss Tandy so hysterical."
Okay,
that's my money. Like she was really.
Trouble, shut up, bitch.
and Miss Tandy's little mullet flip flopping everywhere. That's she don't even know her little hair flip flopping. That's my if my man ever leave me, run away money. So yeah, so they took that damn money and they told her, you don't know us. Basically, if you see us in the street,
don't say shit.
Don't say shit if you want to stay alive, right? Yeah. So then they end up taking Miss Tandy money. They pimp smack her around a little bit, and she's screaming and hollering. They run out the door, boom, boom.
Because she was like, "Oh, well, I gotta ask these questions." And,
and then the DA
she was like,
came
I just want to know if my husband okay.
Right. Tandy don't even like her husband, and then that's when the DA.
But no, she just was like, you know what? Davis. Wait, she was like, she gave it that side eye. She was like, Davis, I need you to leave. We're not gonna do this. So Davis, she was like, okay, I'm about to head on out. She did the SpongeBob. I'm about to head on out.
All right, I'm about to head on out.
So, them two kept, they were talking, conversing.
Right, about
and that's how we found out, like, they in cahoots together.
Right, so that's when we find out the DA and Miss Tandy are, because they had to get Davis away because Davis doesn't know that they are in
they got a plan
to get rid of Madam and get rid of her whole organization. So so they talk about that, and so Miss Tandy is really trying to act like she cares about her husband.
And wait, the DA, she was like, you don't care about. She don't even like that.
But I do care if he make it. No, you don't, because you should be waiting to see if you're gonna get your coins.
That was my if he leave me money. So you really didn't like him,
right? She didn't. It's like let's just keep it about Tandy.
You just like having fun with him. That's what you did.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, that's when she did. She had Ray Sean.
Oh my God.
Ooh,
poor Ray Sean. Yeah. So we already know Ray Sean is in shock because the trauma and everything that he experienced by being sexually assaulted by Miss Tandy and her husband. He just snapped, and they had to pull him off, and then they get back to the place. They get back to Trouble's apartment.
Trouble and Junior Dancer.
Back to the apartment, and so they basically tell Rayshawn, go clean up. Go take your clothes off. Just
still
go
got
clean
on a bloody shirt.
Right, just go get yourself together. And so they're talking about their cut and how they're going to
Junior. First, Junior Dancer was scheming. He was like, "No, we just gonna give him 100,000 like we said." They got way more than
100,000, right?
So Trouble was like, "No, that's not right." He went through a lot, and then she was like, "Oh, okay, well, you know what?"
He got 100,000. Yeah, as she's counting the money. There is no honor among thieves. So anyway,
just greedy.
Yeah. So anyway, they realized that Rayshawn has been in the shower a little bit too long. So Junior Dancer kicks open the door and finds Rayshawn just slumped down, just in a daze, because he has experienced trauma, and understandably so. It's like,
well, he thinks he killed him. I mean, honestly,
he may have.
He may. I mean, the way he was.
They said he had a pulse, but
right, a weak pulse.
A weak pulse at that.
Very.
Rayshawn beat the dog.
You know what? Snort. I thought he was going to take that pole and go up his.
I mean, I thought so too. I was just waiting, like it didn't happen. But
I mean, the writers, y'all should have did that, because that was that's a revenge right
there. Yeah. Jesus,
you know. I did it like
right, for real. But
he didn't. He just whooped his ass real bad. Bloody as hell.
Like when I say beat,
we don't know if he's alive or not.
The brakes.
No, Rayshawn is scared because he
Rayshawn really believes that he's gonna go to jail.
Yeah, he was like, no, he's dead. He's like,
he's dead. You can't convince him otherwise. So Rayshawn is just like, he's dead.
So then, Trouble, well, Junior Dancer was like, let's not worry about this right now.
Right.
I will check the hospital tomorrow. Get some rest.
Right. So they pretty much, he leaves Trouble with the money and with Rayshawn, and it's like, I'm going to come check on y'all in the morning. Just keep an eye out for him. So that's pretty much how that scene between those three ends.
Yeah.
So we also know there was drama surrounding Fuego as well. So we know Fuego.
Who is Fuego? Who is Fuego?
We know Fuego is going through.
We know who Fuego is. He's a non-mother factor.
Why is Fuego a
because like no,
non-factor?
you know when you working with Madam, you got to work with
You
Madam.
gotta work.
You can't
the
be
thing, right, and see
because
the thing,
that's where it's gonna get him in trouble,
killed, right? So Fuego, we already know there's always gonna be a character that is riding the fence, and so Fuego is just one of those that's riding the fence because part of him is like, okay, I need to make this money because I'm in school,
yeah, I'm in school,
and I'm really a good guy. And it's like, you know, it's like he's living two lives. Yeah, he's really not about that life. He really wants to be in school.
He like, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't see nothing.
He don't want to hear no evil, see no evil. And I believe that's why Madam set him up to, you know, she basically set him up with the killing of his ex-girlfriend to make sure that he stayed aligned.
Yes, and then, you know, leading up to that, that's when he was in the bed, wakes up to a message, checks his little laptop.
Yeah, and somebody sending him messages that Madam is playing you. Madam,
killed your girl.
Setting
you up.
And so Fuego, who is this? And I said, if he asks who is this one more time, I was getting ready to come through that TV. Do you think the person was really going to say, Fuego, it's me?
Fuego, it's me. You just got your system hacked, your computer, everything hacked.
Yeah, do you honestly think the person that has hacked you is really going to tell you that they are the ones that hacked you? That was just like...
Yeah, that was annoying. I'm like, Fuego,
who is this? Who is this? Who is this?
They was like, oh, well, we know you like to masturbate a
lot. Hilarious.
And then I send a picture. I'm in the bed. I was like, you should be worried about that.
Right. Instead of trying to figure out
if Madam killed you.
Yeah, right. Like you worried about the wrong things, okay? So, yeah, so that ends with Fuego just really trying to figure out who the hell had hacked his computer.
He nervous now.
Right, like, because that's putting the whole organization... You know, that's compromising the organization, especially since we already know the block is hot and we know that the DA
and
is
everybody looking at you sideways because before you was...
Yeah, and you going to the police.
Exactly.
So we don't... Your boys, Doc and Midnight had already told you to be easy. Chill. Don't think about that stuff. And you sitting up here, well, I'm going to the police and I'm going to tell them what happened. What? Take that to the grave. I'd be like, I don't even know. I did, like, what did Keke Palmer say? I do not know her. Who is this?
Sorry to that man.
Sorry to that lady. I do not know her. Right, like that's the thing about Fuego, where it's just like, you know what, he's so...
Walking down the street, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I know. Sorry to this woman. I'm sorry that she lost her life so violently. Yeah, too much. Team, too much. Fuego, love you, but it's like, I'm going to need you to man up.
But why are you sitting up there worried about who did it? Because they helped clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
Madam's people came up there and helped clean that mess up. So just don't let it go. Let it go. Let it go. She did.
Let it go. Let it go.
She did.
Yeah, she did. She did. She ain't come back. She ain't coming back. She did. And gone. So that kind of, yeah. So then we know Detective Davis is called into the office, and she is speaking with the DA. Ooh, and they are talking about building the case around Madam. And so, remember, she questions her about Casanova. Oh, I talked to my... Like, well, I talked to my inside person and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And she about...
But then she let know. But she was like, oh, she put her laptop around, played the videos. And, you know, Davis like, oh, this is... So it was at the when Madam was at the house or whatever. So they had footage of all that.
Yeah, they had footage of her being compromised.
Like, so she was like, "Oh, we got her. We got her." The DA, she was like, "No, we don't.
We don't got her. But what we got is your."
So she was like, "Why can't we use The evidence. Well, why can't we do? Everything's compromised. And what do you mean? Why can't we use? This was sent to you. Why did you ever? She was like, "Oh, you in with it with Madam because this was sitting on your email."
And she's right, and that's when Casanova came in, and he's like, "This was in your email. I didn't see it. No, it wasn't. And no, what are you talking about? I didn't see it." And he's like, "You did see it." And so,
you did.
So they opened the email,
and then she said, "Oh well, we got another video.
We got another video."
Pound town.
She was.
So we know that she hooked up with Doc. So that's why she said it's compromised. Everything's compromised. It was you sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's like, what? How can you
now it's looking like
really be like, oh,
you on the other side?
So can she be like, I was undercover trying to get intel?
Oh, she was undercover.
Yeah, under the covers. She was under the covers. I was undercover. You was under Doc's covers, getting your temperature checked. Okay. Getting your temperature checked.
No, Doc said, "Let me check them tonsils."
Let me see what them tonsils is working with. Listen, Pound Town Ski, they was getting it in.
Yeah,
so they basically kicked Davis out.
They saw the video and they...
So they it sounded like macaroni. So right, so we already know. So
what's wrong with this? She might need her.
And that's what I'm saying. And she did because I mean, and you notice
Davis's
attitude has kind of changed since she's gotten some. She's almost a little bit like.
Is it compromising the whole scenario? Like, I mean, technically it is, but and you know what I'm saying. Because Davis was like, well, you know what? Yeah, okay, well, he hit, but I'm still doing what I got to do.
He hit, but I'm still about to nail his ass.
Nail him.
Girl, and you got nailed. Ski.
Well, you know, if that was a man, it would be totally different. But, you know, the roles was reversed. Because, you know, if it was a guy, he could have been like, you know, I had to do this for the investigation.
I had to do this for the investigation.
Okay, they were like, okay, so was it good?
I had to do this for the investigation. So we could get them to jail.
He would have been, I need to make her be on my side. So, you know, I went to my hometown. And yes, her coochie was big. Pound Town.
Pound Town. Went to Pound Town. Went down to Pound Town.
I mean, so
Pound Town.
They said, "Mine, you need to see the door."
Right. So they kicked. So basically, Davis is on thin ice and is in hot water. So they are definitely. She's definitely on the shit list. She is on the not to be trusted list at this moment. So basically, she could lose her job.
As she should.
Yeah, as she should.
Because she's technically working with Madam. They just don't know.
But shoot, in the previous, it's like all roads are leading back to Club Eden and back to Madam. Mm-hmm. Honestly, when you think about it, Madam has all of these key players in her pocket in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, Casanova trying to play. Like.
Mm-hmm. Right. So.
But, so then, let's not forget the moment. Okay, so we go back to the club or whatever. What's Madam's nephew?
Amp.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Amp. Okay, go finish what you were saying.
Oh no, go ahead because I'm just saying I like the moment that they had with Auntie and nephew.
Yeah. So we already know Polo Tink Tink Amp has been through like a lot, and we know that Amp has been on one since, and understandably so. When Dime had spilled the tea to Madam that coincidentally over 500 grand was stolen, and again, remember, Madam was also missing that money.
Yeah,
right. So come to find out, Madam was getting Madam was getting ready to kill him in front of her crew, and
so
that caused that caused Dime's relationship with Aunt to be estranged, and also Madam's relationship with Amp to be estranged because she was about to kill him.
Well, I could understand Amp not messing with
Madam. Right, we can understand Amp not wanting to mess with Dime or mess with.
We don't care about Dime. Like,
well, I'm saying mess with everybody.
Aspect, yeah. That's family though. That's family.
I mean, I get that, but
he don't know how.
But for everybody, it was just Amp was basically on this fuck everybody train. And remember, because Amp started,
and he sure did.
Yeah, to death. So that's what I'm saying. Amp was right.
Put the nail back in the head.
Right, like Amp was just. Amp was just on one to the point where
nail in the head.
She was like, ski. She couldn't even finish.
Well, at least she got happy.
Right. Ski. So, yeah, so ever since Dime threw the dime on Amp.
I'm rooting for Amp, though. I want him to have I'm really rooting for him.
I am, too, because
he had a messed up
he's a little rough around the edges, and it's like, you know, so with those situations, so we saw how Madam and Amp slowly were starting to find their way back together. And so a tender moment was when Madam called Amp into her office to let her know that his grandfather, Madam's dad, had passed away. And so, you know, they had like a little tender moment. And so Amp, you need me to do anything? And Madam still, you know, always
she's like, no, Tommy and Blue got it.
Yeah, basically saying that her peeps got it. And you know, so that right there was kind of showing a softer side. Yeah, it was showing a softer side of both of their characters. Yeah, both of their characters.
Yeah, Amp too.
Because we already know that Madam is not soft at all. Amp is definitely not soft at all. No. But to see them both toned down a bit, it was kind of, it was a good thing. So, yeah, so Amp
Speaking of family. So it leads up to
oh yes, Madam's sister. So we already know Madam's sister is a whole Ronnie, aka Players Club Ronnie. Yeah. So we already know her. Madam has an older sister, Carla. Carla
they don't get along at all.
First of all, Carla proved herself to be very trifling. Like, remember when All the Queen's Men premiered, Madam and Carla's daddy was staying with Carla. And Carla was out doing whatever. I don't know if she was working her second job. And Madam and Aunt came in, and the daddy's sitting in his piss. Mm-hmm. So Carla...
She was collecting a check.
Exactly. Carla had already proven herself to be.
But little did we know he was fine.
Right, he was fine. So he was. The fact that you really
peed on yourself.
Right.
But you know what? He had to make it believable.
Yeah, and I get that. So kudos to Dad for being that committed to having dementia that you're pee-peeing on yourself. And I know you was probably laughing like, this is so embarrassing.
Okay, this is embarrassing.
But I must make this believable. And, doing all of that.
A diaper on. So.
Yeah.
Depends on what
depends. No, wait. Right. So we see
situation.
Depends on the situation. So I might have a diaper on and I might not have it on. Either way, y'all gonna clean up my shit. So we already knew that Carla is just trifling, just trying to collect a monthly check to say, I love my dad. And we already know Carla, no. You love having him in your house so you can have that check. That's what you love. But as far as you taking care of your daddy.
She loves to pretend like, she put I'm there for you. Ain't been there for daddy.
The biggest gaslighter ever. Yes. Carla, you are a gaslighter. You want the
check. Mm-hmm. Cut the check. Break it down.
Carla,
break it up.
Carla with a C, not with a K. You know what I'm saying? Like, Carla, you
got your check.
Right, but Carla is big cap. She's a gaslighter. Mm-hmm. She's always, honestly, I'm going to tell you this. I really feel like Madam was her dad's favorite. It's her dad's favorite. And so Carla
we know that.
cannot
We know that, yeah.
stand her
I
sister.
think it's Carla's
Just
jealous.
cannot,
And
right? Because Carla, guess what? You have proven yourself to be you not that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're not following in your dad's footsteps. You're trifling and you're a gaslighter.
You don't have to follow in your dad's
Yeah,
footsteps.
but don't be jealous of your sibling if, you know, I feel like this. As a parent, you have a lot of love to give all of your children. You got some of your kids, you might notice they might take on your characteristics. They might want to follow in your footsteps. And some of them, that it's okay to do your own thing. It's totally okay. But I just feel like Carla was just very jealous of Madam.
1,000%.
Of the, of the relationship that
1,000%.
she has with her dad. So because they're like two peas in a pod. And to me, Carla, honestly, Carla, I don't think has the mental wherewithal to be a boss. So there's no way Carla could.
Yeah, this is Carla. This ain't Ronnie from Players Club. Now, if it was Ronnie from Players Club,
they would both. Yeah, Ronnie would be the blue collecting the money from the dancers. You know what I'm saying? So, but Carla just unfit and just collecting the check. Yeah. Not even cleaning up after your daddy, because Amp had to clean that piss up. Remember? That was Amp that cleaned it up.
Yeah, she would have got in the show.
So we see Carla sitting in a car.
So
Carla,
she get an alert, a little message.
Yep, gets a phone call. Your dad's dead.
Bring, bring, bring. Bring, bring, bring. Your dad's dead.
Your dad's dead. My check's gone. No more checks. No more.
So they tell her
where he is. Yep. And so just coincidentally, Madam, Tommy, and Blue are headed to the nursing home. Carla's also headed to the nursing home.
Madam's going there because
Madam wants to confront
the nurse.
That Pops
because was, remember y'all
remember the nurse was sucking Pops off,
and they had her. Madam was like, "No, you need to make sure he's okay. You gotta make sure all eyes on him."
Right. So we already know Madam was going to the nursing home to kill the nurse. We already knew that.
Yeah,
we knew it, and I feel like the nurse knew that too. So anyway,
Madam,
they pull up.
Tommy, and Blue get there first.
They pull up.
They get they get the information from old Humpty Dumpty.
How she knows it? First of all,
you are not supposed to give information.
Exactly.
I want to send her flowers. So before we get into that, so they get there.
I object, Your Honor.
So Madam, grills are like, the nurse is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. I heard about your father." Da, da, da. So Madam's like, "Okay, well, who was the nurse going to do? Oh, okay." She was like, "Okay." She was like, "Okay, well, what's her address? Because I would love to send her flowers."
In what world does that happen? Absolutely no. No.
Betsy Susie went under that. She was such. Here you go. That would be so nice.
Not in real life. That does not happen in real life.
Some people will.
You shouldn't do that.
Don't give out my information. I don't care.
Do that.
You can send the flowers here.
Why don't you just say here?
You can send the flowers.
Or the flowers could come from the job. The job send them to the house saying,
send them to the job.
This is from, or send them to the job.
All
the job could send the flowers to the house because they know where their employees stay.
Yeah.
And say, hey, this is from the family of such and such and such and such. But what we're not going to do, because that's a violation.
That's your homegirl.
Right, and that's a violation.
Like, that's supposed to be your co-worker, homegirl, whoever, whatever. Yes. But
don't say nothing to my house.
No. No, my co-workers, if you know me, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't give a number, nothing.
Do that.
I'll collect your information so they can,
Listen, we're not even Facebook friends. I don't want you having my address. If I want to accept your friend request on Facebook, I don't want you having my address.
So, Madam get that.
Madam has the address, right.
The note, little into the address.
Right.
She's like, all right, Tommy.
Right, and so they're leaving out, and then here come Humpty Dumpty. Ronnie, big old...
This bitch!
This bitch!
You killed Daddy!
Right. And then Madam turns back around, and then they going back and forth, and it's just like, you could just see the venom and the hate between these two sisters.
Yeah.
There is no love lost.
Says, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. So Madam was
I spared you.
The only reason I didn't
Because Daddy was
Daddy said don't put hands on you. So now Daddy gone. So she was like, well, now Daddy gone. Woo! You should not have said that because
do people not understand that Madam is like missing some sandwiches out of her picnic basket? We already know that she is not wrapped too tight. She is missing a few cards from the 52 cards that come in the deck. She's missing some Uno cards. She's missing some draw fours, some reverses, some skips. She is not wrapped tight. And anybody watching the show knows that. She is a ticking time bomb. She is a ticking time bomb. And if this is your sister...
Carla deserve that because you shouldn't have...
Well, no, I'm saying she does, but what I'm saying is, Carla, you should know your sister is a ticking time bomb. She has no cool...
You're going to sit there and talk about... Tommy, I don't know why you call her bad.
Wait a minute, what did she, wait a minute, no. Remember when Blue pushed her away and she said, get your pussy poppers off me? Or what
yeah. Wait, she was about to get enough of you. She was like, oh no. Blue, I was like, Blue, you might want to back off because no.
Right.
That still is her sister.
Blue,
that's still Madam's sister.
Blue, you only about 100 pounds.
She said, yep, she did. I forgot about that. She was like, get your pussy poppers.
I said, because Blue bring the heat, but it's like against Carla, Blue, sit your $5 ass down before Ronnie make change, because you about 110 wet.
So then we get to Madam.
So they going back and forth and back, and then Madam. Oh, right. So, like, where do you get the ice pick from, sis? And just, and then it was just like,
oh, and then don't forget the little Renaissance car.
That was the opening of the episode, the next episode, where Blue knocked the cop out.
Oh,
hit him in the
no. Yeah, sorry, not the Renaissance cop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna edit all that out.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, she
right.
Stabbed her. Now that's how the episode ends.
Right. So what did you guys
think about
the episode? Was it giving what it was supposed to give? Was it what you were expecting? Did you expect more or did you expect less? Do you feel like they need to tone it down a little bit or what? Honestly, I felt that it was giving everything that it needed to do.
I do. Are y'all sick of Tandy? Because I am. What y'all feel about Tandy?
It's time for her and her mullet to go. I mean, they need to go.
We already killed the judge. Could we give her some?
Yeah, Miss Tandy.
So Tandy.
If Lotus got her head chopped off, Tandy, it's time for you to go.
Tandy's time for you to go.
Yep, and the other judge got executed. Yeah, the judge got executed. And then it's time for Miss Tandy to go.
And what do y'all think about? What do y'all think is gonna happen with Rashawn?
Yeah.
And Junior Dancer
Hashtag,
and Tommy.
where is Rashawn?
Yeah.
Right.
And what you think is going to happen with that?
Right. So comment below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
And y'all think Doc is going to boom one more time? David?
Honestly, I think they about to be the Bonnie and Clyde. I think they about to. I really feel like Madam. I don't feel like Madam is really going to be close to Davis, but I feel like Madam is going to be close to Davis to allow her into little pieces of the organization so she can keep her thumb on her.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
But she's trying to.
Yeah. Because Davis pretty much can keep Madam out of jail and the rest of it.
Yeah. No, Madam know how to use people.
Yeah. So I really feel like this episode was giving what it was supposed to give. So make sure you guys like, comment,
subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next episode.
Peace.